Hello everyone, welcome back to my today's session. Today I'm going to take a class which is very important to our students from class 8 to 12, and that is narration. So when our students hear this word narration, they became afraid. They said that I can't do this, I cannot solve it. Sorry sir, that is very tough. So we always hear such a complaint from our students. So today my attempt to make this class in an easiest way so that you can get the full marks. You will be no more afraid of narration or speech. So let's start our today's class. So dear students, narration, that is noun form, narration, and that is narrate, that is verb, and then narrator or speaker. Try to understand. Narrator, the person who narrates or who speaks. For example, here I am a narrator. I am going to narrate something to you. And what I am going to narrate, that is narration. So in our daily life, we have some messages, comments, or speeches or requests, and we have to send it to someone else. We need to spread it. But there are two ways to send these messages. And number one, that is direct or indirect. And narration has two parts. Have a look. Narration has two parts. That is, one is reporting verb, and the other one is reported speech. So you can see on the board, that is reporting verb, that is reporting verb, and there is reported speech. So what is direct narration? We may quote the actual words. This is called direct narration. This piece will remain under quotation marks or inverted commas. Have a look. That is direct narration. We are talking about direct narrations. I mean, you will scatter or quote this message to someone else, but you cannot change it, you cannot touch it. It will remain as it is, and you send it to others. And there is another way, that is indirect narrations. So here you have chance to convert it or to change something, but you cannot change the actual meaning. I mean, that will remain same. So have a look. We may quote the message without quoting the actual words. I mean, you have opportunity to change the words, but you cannot change the meaning. Be careful here. This is called indirect narration. I think you understand. So let's see. We have some rules. That is, if the verb of reporting speech is in present indefinite, present perfect, and future indefinite, the tense will be remained same in reported speech. Only the person will be changed. Dear learners, that is an exception. That is the number one rule. So be careful about it. Have a look what I am going to mean. That if the reporting verb, have a look, reporting, he says, that is in present indefinite, present perfect, or future indefinite. If it is, that you cannot change it. I mean, it will remain same. What you will change the person only. So have a look. Direct, he says, I am ill. He says that he is ill. I mean, I didn't change tense. What I changed that person. There was I, and I make it he, because he says that he is ill. Okay? Next, there is a chart for you. This is very, very important for your understanding. So it will change. What is the way? Have a look. If reporting verb is in past tense, try to understand. If it is in past tense, that it will change. And change what the ways? It will change these ways. I mean, present indefinite goes to past indefinite. Present continuous goes to past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Present perfect continuous goes to past perfect continuous. Do you understand? All right. Then you think about if it is in past indefinite, that will be converted into past perfect. Have a look. 1, 3. And past continuous goes to past perfect continuous. Do you understand, dear students? Okay, very good. I read it again for your understanding. You can see. And there is, if it is in past perfect or past perfect continuous, that will no change. Have a look. I didn't say anything about it. It will no change. It will remain same. You cannot change the tense. Okay, very good. Let's proceed. So what I said, he said, I am doing homework. Have a look. That is in present continuous. So it will be converted into past continuous. So what I said, what I write, that he said that he was doing homework. Do you understand? Okay, very good. Then he said, that is in past indefinite. Try to understand, that is in past indefinite. I have completed my duty. So that is in present perfect. It will convert it into past perfect. Have a look. He said that he had completed his duty. That's all. And then she said, I wrote a letter. That is in past indefinite. I wrote a letter. It will be converted into past perfect. All right. She said that she had written a letter. I think you understand. Now then you can see another thing, that is, she said she had written a novel. That is, in which tense it is, you can see past perfect. So can you remember what I said? If it is in past perfect or past perfect continuous, it will no change. I mean, it will remain same. That is, she said that she had written a letter. Dear students, I think you understand. Okay, let's see. There is another rule for you, that is modal auxiliaries. You know what is modal auxiliaries? Will, would, shall, should, or would, may, might, can, could, must, had to. I mean, if you find must, you have to convert it into had to. But there is another condition, that is on the bracket. Must will remain same if it indicates universal truth. I mean, this time you cannot change must. Have a look. He said to me, you may stay here. He said to me, we know he said to me, you can put told. Okay, you can told, or you can keep it same. He told me that I might stay here. You can see may, might, and there no change. I just changed may, might. And father said to his son, you must obey your teachers. So that is universal truth. Try to understand. That is why it will remain same. We don't change it. Father said to, or told, no problem. Father said to his son that he must obey his teachers. Do you understand? Okay. Next. There are some words, that is might, ought to, should, would, used to, could, had better, had rather, will remain same. That is, it will remain same if you find these words in a sentences. Direct. Rana said, I could finish the work. So indirect will be, Rana said that he could finish the work. And then he said to me, you had better go home. He told me that I had better go home. Do you understand? We don't change it. Had better, it will remain same. Okay? All right. Let's see. I'm going to clarify the confusions that you face always, that is of persons. So in reported speech, first person will be changed according to subject of reporting verb. Try to understand what I mean. In reported speech, that is in within bracket, within inverted commas, it will be changed based on what? Based on subject that he said to me. He said to me, I have done my duty. Dear students, have a look. Be specific. If you have any confusion, try to remove it. That I'm going to tell you the another one, that is in reported speech. Second person will be changed according to object of reporting verb. What is this? Second person, that is you. You will be changed based on what? Based on object of reporting, that is me. Based on me, it will be changed. So me means I. Have a look. He told me that I had done my duty. Clear? All right. Next, in reported speech, third person will remain same. Third person will remain same. There will be no change. That is he, she. That is third person. It will remain same. So how? I told him that. You can see I said to him, comma, he has solved the problem. I told him that he had solved the problems. So do you understand? I think I'm going to repeat the first one again. Have a look. First person, that is I, that will change based on what? Based on subject. Subject here is subject is he. So that it will be converted to he. So he told me that he had done his duty. All right, very good. Next, see. There's some, that is something, these are very common that will come in your exam. That is, he said to me, thank you. So you can say, right in this way, he thanked me. All right, he said to me, he thanked me. Okay, then he said, goodbye, my friends. So we can say, bid, bid. That is, we used to see off. He bade his friends goodbye. That is, it will come first and that will, you will put that this was later. All right. Okay, next, I said to him, good morning. That is, I wished him. Instead of wished to, said to, is wished. Okay, then object and then good morning. All right. Dear students, have a look. In direct speech, if both subject and object are proper noun, that should be clear in the brackets using first letter in capital at indirect speech after pronoun. So you see, Shumon said to Mamun. There are two proper noun, that is Shumon and Mamun. But we have to be clear who is Mamun and who is Shumon. So I have his Shumon said to Mamun, I have taken your book. Try to understand. So Shumon told Mamun that he means what? He means Shumon. He taken his book. Whose book? That is Mamun's book. That is why that should be clear within the brackets. So do you understand? Okay, very good. So there is a chart that if you find these words in direct speech, you will convert it into this way to make it indirect. So what are these? These, that, these, those, here, there, ago, before, come, go, thus, so, hither, thither, today, that day, tomorrow, the next day, or the following day. Yesterday, the previous day, tonight, that night, now, then. Last night, previous night. Last month, previous month. So I think you understand. You will practice it at home. And that's all for today. And dear students, I would like to tell you, if you have any confusion, please inform me on the comment section. I will try to give you answers. So stay safe and stay connected. And if you like my class, please share this to others.